Welcome back, guys. Thanks for joining me for another beer review. Yes, I'm still away working in Carnarvon. Get myself sorted. I've got all sorts going on here. Yeah, working in Carnarvon. I'm actually stopping in a place called Y Finelli. It's just a letter Y, Finelli. Fellinhelly, actually, Fellinhelly. Anyway, working away. On the way here, I stopped in a Londis. It's hard to, I can't say the name, Bethesda or something, Bethesda. Stopped in this Londis because I've seen them advertised on Facebook and they have a massive array of beers. So I picked a load up, picked 22 beers up. I'm not going to tell you how much it cost, but it cost a lot because there were some expensive ones in there. And I'm looking at one of them now. And the beer we're looking at is from a southern brewery. I think, well, let me have a look. I'm trying to find out where they're from. It's Beak Brewery, anyway. They're from down south. Lewis, they're from. Beak Brewery. And this is a can of their Layers Double IPA, coming in at 8% in a 440ml can. This is still really cold and it's been out for a while, so I will have to turn the fridge down, I think. Now wrong with a cold beer, but that's really cold and that's been out for about half hour. It's a Beak Brewery out of Lewis, down south. Layers, double IPA, lovely artwork as usual, very simple. I do like the plain can at the top and bottom and that simple label. Now, like I say, this wasn't cheap. This was, I mean, going back a few years ago, you were looking at £6 for a double IPA. Of this sort of thing, 440ml, 8%. This cost me £7.49. Obviously, you know, the shop are going to make a little bit on top as well. But I'm going to guess that is probably about the going rate for this sort of thing. So there we go, another quick look at the can. I'm not going to try and read anything on the back. All I know is 8% ABV, best before sea base, 440ml, drink fresh, 3.5 UK units. So yeah, let's get it cracked open, see what we get. Now, I only bought a Fuller's glass for me. You can see the old PD in the background. Got a Fuller's review coming up very soon. By the time this goes up, it would have been and gone. But I noticed in one of the cupboards behind me, where are we? That one, I think it was. That will do. That's maybe sort of like a spirit glass, gin glass, but that will do for this beer. So let's get it cracked open, see what we get. Not had anything from Beak for a long time. I'm just turning it upside down, try and sort of like get some of the sediment out. But generally their beers are very good. I don't get much of their stuff generally unless I order online from something like Trembling Madness. So it was fantastic to see this shop in North Wales that had a great selection of beer. And as a lot of you will know, if you watch me regular, you know Baz loves a good old DIPA. So we're going to leave some of that in there. Does it look light? Does it look thick? I'm not sure. There we go. It looks a little bit more orange on your camera. It's looking a little bit lighter than that. Looks quite weighty. It's almost got a slightly off-white head. It's looking a lot more attractive on the camera, if you like, I would say, than what I'm seeing. But I don't think there's anything wrong with the beer. You're getting a lot more light on it, but it looks decent. Looks decent. So I am going to give it a swirl. We are going to have a sniffers. Oh, wow. That smells absolutely banging. So fresh, big and hoppy. I mean, it smells divine. I'm just trying to put my finger on what I can smell. There's maybe a bit of a coconut note in there for me. I think that's what I'm picking up. Oats, coconut, a very sort of dry aroma. Not sweet, fruity, got to be coconut, that has. it smells absolutely banging. It really does. So I will try and get a little bit more in there just before we go for a little taster, but not much room. So this was from Londis Bethesda, £7.49. Go and check the place out if you're in North Wales, Carnarvon, Llandudno. Go and check it out because it's got a massive selection. Yeah, alright, beers aren't cheap nowadays and they're going to make their bit on top. But yeah, Beak and their Layers double IPA, 8% ABV. Cheers. Very, very, very good. That is lovely. It really is. That first mouthful, and maybe having this in a smaller glass rather than a pint glass and really getting a good head on it, and really, you know, I always think the head on the beer can make that beer feel like a bigger beer than what it is in body. Maybe that smaller glass that I've got here not being able to really sort of ride it up, it's giving me that impression that the beer has a lighter body than I was expecting. I don't know. Let's go in again. Yeah, just with that extra pour there, a little bit of extra head, that beer's got a really good body. I'm going to say first impressions poor on the body side, second impressions great. You get that in a pint glass and you really get to sort of like fill it out. That's got a really good body and that's really nice beer as well. Good body, low carbonation, nice and smooth. The mouth feels pretty damn good. Like I say, low carbonation and the body being, you know, decent, and the smoothness really gives it a nice mouthfeel. Full of flavour, punching. It's like a fruit bowl. It's dry, dank, musty, pineapple, passion fruit, tropical fruits, a little bit of grapefruit going through in the background for me. A coconutty feel to it as well, I would say. It feels like there's a coconut note in there. Yeah, there's coconut in there. Gotta be. Definitely oaty as well. Reminds me very much how double IPAs used to be all the time. So that's £7.50 in a sense. The way beers have gone up in price, for me, it's justified. Lovely flavour. The 8% is very well hidden. Obviously, with the body, the hoppiness, you do get that essence of a big beer. It goes down really well. Lovely fruity notes, fruit bowl, all them other flavours, like I said. You get that oatiness to it. You get a little coconut feel. It's nice and dry. Really, really drinkable as well. I think this double IPA for me, what this is doing is why I got into double IPAs. It was drinking beers like this 5 years ago, if you like, or say 4 years ago, trying them. And this is what really attracted me to the style. We don't see enough of these ones now, unless you spend big money or more money. You know, £6 a few years ago was big money as well. But for me, that is lovely. Very dry, very dank, juicy, but a dry juiciness, not sweet. A subtle bitterness to it. For me, that is a really good double IPA. Initial thoughts were the body was letting it down, but actually it's not. I think it's just the fact that I put it in a little glass. If you're going to drink a double IPA, definitely put it in a bigger glass. I just think that glass can make the difference. Getting a decent pour in it can add to your initial thoughts on the beer. But overall, that is a banger. So I'm going to shut up now. 10 minutes in. Beak Brewery out of Lewis. Their Layers double IPA. It's the spot for me. £7.50 from where I got it from. But a really decent beer, and I'm not being funny. If you're going to pay £7.50 for a beer at the airport, give me one of them any day of the week for the same price. So yeah, big thumbs up from me. If you've had this beer before, let me know what you thought of it. Would I recommend it? Definitely if you're into your dippers. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again soon on another one. Cheers.